All right, how could we go from zero, right, rock bottom, to making over $8,000 per week, aka making over $30,000 per month? You see, it's funny because we usually don't even do this. We haven't done this in a very long time. I'm talking about taking e-com businesses from zero. Right? Usually clients come to us when their e-com business is already making between 50 to 500K a month, and they want to increase their profitability or take it further from there in terms of revenue. But with this client, it was very different. And we would normally never accept an e-com business as a client that's not even making any money at the moment. But why did I make an exception in this case? Because this was actually one of my first clients from 3 years ago. Right, 3 years ago when I started my agency, this guy was one of my first clients. He came to me, or actually to be more accurate, I emailed him about 1,000 times until he finally responded. We got on a meeting and he gave us a try, right? And we were quite successful. Otherwise, he wouldn't have come back, right? We took his business. He was at about 30 or 35K a month in revenue, and we took it from there and we scaled it up to 85K per month in revenue within 2 or 3 months. So pretty fast. That was a success, and he was very happy with that. And then he founded one further e-com store in that period that also got a client of ours, and then he also started one further e-com store. So in additional 2 further e-com stores, and also got our clients. So he did 3 e-com stores at the peak time, all clients of ours. And then he finally decided to sell all of those 3 businesses. And of course, we lost all of them as a clients, and we completely lost contact from that point on. And we haven't heard from each other in over a year and a half until he now very recently texted me again. And he now told me that after selling those 3 e-com businesses, he got himself a Porsche Cayman GT4, so very nice Porsche and all of that. And then he kind of got bored, that's what he told me, and he started to develop a new product. And he now spent over 1 year in developing this product and spent over $100,000 in research and development costs for this product to finally get the right product. And then he hit me up on WhatsApp. We hopped in a Zoom call, and I decided that I will help him because he was one of my first clients, so I will make this exception. And we went on from there. But enough storytelling. How did we actually go from zero, making zero money, just having a product and an online shop set up on Shopify, to making over $8,000, aka over $30,000 per month? So 8K per week, over 30K per month. How did we do it? Right? I will really share the whole strategy that we used so far in this video. I will not make it too long, but I will share with you the most important, crucial steps we took that yielded us the results we have today, right? Oh, and I will throw in a quick video where I go into Triple Whale so you can see the numbers. I reload the numbers. You really see that was from 0 to over 30K a month, or over 8K in dollars per week. Within 3 weeks, I will hop now into Triple Whale and show you the numbers. So what we did is we started to launch the ads on October the 22nd, right? I can show you here, October the 21st, Saturday, 0. We already did ad spend, but it was just warming up the account. So we basically started on October the 22nd. I can show you 20th. So $8. That was just warming up the account, right? It wasn't a real start. It wasn't a creative test. It was just warming the account. So here on 19th is 0, right? So we started the ads on the 22nd, and that's not what we wanted. We started on the 22nd, and as I told you, we got 6 sales on its first day, an order value of 327 euros. So it's a bit more in dollars, and about 100 euros in ad spend, right? So then the first week, we were just testing, just continued here. As I said, 100 a day. That's where we came out around about 1,500 in revenue first week. Then second week, we were already scaling a little bit, 3,380 in revenue. And then in the third week, we had, if you take this time frame, we had 6,800 euros. And if we now go just 2 days later, so it's actually not 3 weeks, but 3 weeks and 2 days, right? And take here this week. So after 3 weeks and 2 days, we've been at 7,500 euros per month. So 7,500 euros is about 8.2k USD. And that's where we've been after 3 weeks. So the question remains, how could we do it? We started with research, and that's what I would always do and what bores the most people and what's the number one reason why most businesses fail, because they don't do their research. Researching competitors and researching the target audience, understanding their values, understanding how we could make them buy, right? It's not just doing research or not doing research. It's how good is the research you do? How valid is the knowledge you get from it, okay? And how practical can you use this knowledge? That's something else, because people do research and then collect data, collect facts about their audience and stuff like that, and collect what competitors do, but are then not able to practically implement this in their marketing. And that's a big problem I see as well. So we did research, checked out competitors, checked out their customers, checked out what they wrote under the ads of the competitors. And then obviously, by the way, I cannot show the specific product in this video. The client doesn't want it. I cannot show the domain, cannot show the store. You know, it's real. I showed you the numbers. I can give you the industry. It's fashion. It's very specific fashion. It's not just random like this. It's very specific in fashion. So you probably won't get it right now when I just say fashion, but it's fashion. It's also functional, and it's something very special that most people don't know. So now you know kind of what this is about. How do we do it? We started with research, checked out the competitors, checked out their ads, checked out what customers said about the product, checked out the reviews, checked out what they commented on ads. So you can also find out some hate comments and find out what could people say negatively about the product. That also helps to understand the customers better. And then we continued doing that, and we dived deeper and deeper and deeper into the minds of our potential customers by doing this, right? That was step number 1. And we used step number 1 for step number 2. And that's finding the right angles to talk to our audience, right? I can give you an example of what we exactly did. We had to find out, why would they buy the product? Would they buy this product because it's incredibly soft and it feels super comfy? Or do they buy the product because with this specific wool, you don't sweat in it? Or do they buy the product because you feel super warm in it in the wintertime? So why do they buy the product? What's the number one reason? We have to find those angles to then use those angles in our creatives. And that's the next step. And that's probably the most important and also most talked about thing here. That's having the right creatives. And of course, we didn't just go with picture ads or not just with video ads as well. We did both. We got some very, very nice, very clean picture ads. And to be honest, we of course looked at picture ads from competitors and checked out what they were doing to apply those same concepts, because we knew that those competitors were successful, at least a few of them, and we knew that they had already done so much testing on those ads. So why should we also spend so much money on testing when they have already done it? So we took some concepts from them that seemed to us that they were working. We implemented those models in our creatives, in our picture creatives, and then we also get some great UGC video creatives. Simple concept. You have a hook in the beginning, a body in the middle, and an offer sequence at the end. And a quick hack: if you order one UGC video, you pay for one video, let's say you pay $70-$80 for one video. But if you tell the creator, hey, can you please do me 3 offer sequences, 2 body sequences, and 3 hook sequences, then you get way more. And you, for example, then pay the price for 2 videos, because it's not so much more work for the creator, but you can now build up way more video, and you can test against each other what works with what, right? which hook sequence, with what body sequence, with what offer sequence. So you can test that. That works great. That's what we did, right? We got picture creatives, we got UGC creatives, and we started to launch 12 creatives on day number 1. And don't let me forget, we also created copies. Of course, you need ad copies for ads. So we just, right after the audience research, we took all of the information we got and crafted copies that really triggered the beliefs of our target audience. So then we went ahead and we launched our first creative test. That's how we start, with testing. We don't go out and say, now we're going to crush it and we're going to make 1 million tomorrow, right? No, that's not how we do it. We want to test what works, what angles work, what copies work, what creatives work best. So we can analyze, see which creatives, which copies, which angles were a success, and then find out how we can get more of this, right? How we can build upon this success. So that's what we did. We started with a creative test. And the funny thing is, we launched the ads, and of course, the founder was maybe a little bit nervous because he spent over a year and over 100 USD to develop this product. And now was the final moment to find out if it would work at all. So first day, launched the ads. Ads started at midnight until 6 p.m. 0 sales, like 0. Ads were running. People were seeing the ads, coming in the store. No one was purchasing. We were like, fuck. But then 6 p.m., first purchase. Few minutes later, second purchase. Few minutes later, third purchase. We ended this first day with 6 purchases, and that was great for the founder because he saw, hey, people are actually buying it. Okay. Then from there on, we let the creative test run for this first week. We just had those 12 ad sets for 12 creatives with each $10 daily budget. That's it. So $120 daily ad budget all in all. And we saw that this was working. We found some winner creatives from the first days on that had over 3.5x in ROAS. So for every dollar we spent, we made more than $3.5 in revenue back. That was great. And that's what we did. So then we analyzed what was working in terms of the creatives. And now what I mentioned before, we have to make more of this to be able to scale, because we had like 2 or 3 creatives that worked in the beginning, but that's not enough to scale a brand to 100K or $1 million a month, right? We need way more creatives. So how do we do this? We installed our creative machine in the business. And I already published a video here on this channel on our creative machine. You can check it out here after the video. But for now, we installed this creative machine where we do an analysis of the current creatives and then based on that create a briefing for the client to create new creatives similar to those, but with specific criteria and specific variables changed, so we can test more and find out more on what the winning variable in this creative is to really get that nailed down, so we can analyze more and implement our new learnings in the new creatives and then get better results. That's what we did, right? We implemented our creative machine and we did our analysis, created a briefing. The client created new creatives very fast based on our briefings. We published them. They were going very, very good. So the second launch of the creatives, already way better results in terms of how many of the creatives performed. So then we had some creatives that were performing. We then created more similar creatives to those. So we had more creatives that were performing, the good performing creatives. We just duplicated them into a scaling campaign with higher budgets. And that's how we got the result. If you want to find out more on how exactly this process works, you can just put it in the comment and maybe I will create a video to explain this exact process in the future. But for now, that's how we did it, right? That is the process in a very, very quick overview, but that's how we did it. That's how we went from 0 to making over 8K USD per week. It's not just launching some ads and then poof, you make money. It's really having a good system, having a good process, having a good understanding of your audience, and then still analyzing what's working and what's not, and having the right systems in place to practically implement the learnings of this analysis. Right? That's how we did it. We're far from where we want to be with this store. It's just the beginning. It's just the first 3 weeks now, right? And we want to go way, way further. And to be honest, I'm very curious myself to find out where this store will be in a month from now. So if you want to find out, I will keep you updated on this channel. So just subscribe to the channel and I will post an update in a month from now where we're currently at. I'm very, very curious myself and I will update you. So thank you very much for watching the video. I'll catch you in the next one.